Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Railroads. Today's beverage is an interesting one and indeed strange. That is lemon and lime tonic water. I didn't even realise that that beverage existed until the other day when I spied it on a shelf, and quite frankly, after trying it several times, I'm still not convinced it should exist. I think the makers were more concerned about what they could make rather than what they should make. Anyway, Railroads, this is something we haven't played in quite some time, and it's been even longer since we did a stupid challenge, so let's remedy that right now. Let's go to single player, and we're going to go over to the island hopping map. Now, this is a custom/multiplayer map, not based on any particular location, but it is using the trains and economy from the northeast US scenario map, and you can see that the only objectives, only two of them, is just to be the last railroad standing. So you basically have to buy everybody out or watch them go bankrupt, which is not likely. Either way, we have a different challenge, and this is once again from one of the previous videos of Railroads, and someone suggested we do the floor is lava, and what they mean is that we have to use the least amount of space on the ground as possible. So that means using trestles, using bridges, raising up the track so we're above the land, and only come on the land when we absolutely need to, or when you've got things like stations that have to go on there. There will be some limits, you understand, but we are going to do our utmost by staying on this map and try to skirt around it or go across the different lakes and things like that. So let's see how bad this goes. Obviously, we don't profess to be able to win this one or even do very well at all, but at least hopefully the journey is interesting, if not the destination. So we're currently building up steam, and once we've done that we will see where we start and also where we can go from here. So we're going to pause it for a moment, and we can see that we are at Jessam Hill, which is at the northeastern part of the map. We do have Alexa over there, and I'm really hoping my echo doesn't work. Okay, the echo didn't hear that. Excellent. Over here we can see we've got some mining there. We've got another town over there. We've got a mill there. Who have we got? We've got ourselves Jim Fisk, JP Point Morgan, and Isambard Kingdom Runel. So we need to connect up these two, and you can see already that is a sort of bridge there. So from this location, we're going to unpause it for a moment. We're going to run this right across, and this is using a bridge because obviously it is in the sea there, and then it'll come across, and then we are now going to here, so we'll say over to there, which is using bridge, but I'm not going to use bridge for all of it because quite frankly we do need to put a station in there, and it has actually... Oh no, that's fine. That's actually worked out okay. So we're going to go from that location with a 3 and a 2 setup and then back. We're not limiting ourselves to the amount of cars or the type of cars that we can get, so that is not an additional challenge. But you can see that this track now goes pretty much all the way through this body of water there up to from one side to the other. So Gypsum Hill, it does require, it does demand rather, the paper, and paper we can get from down here. So that has a paper supply, but that also has to turn the wood into it first. So the paper mill, we can see that there is actually wood there. So what we can do, we can probably build off from this location, come down and over to here, and then also back out and across, although there's also this area here, which I think might be the best way of doing it. So going this way, that's probably the way forward. So from this location, we'll come across and we'll go right into the middle of the sea. As you can tell, it's going to cost a lot of money, so we're going to start to sell some of our stock. In fact, speaking of stock, I'll expand all of this here, and then we're going to build from this location. We'll sort of spur it off and then go straight ahead and then back onto the land like so, and then curve it round, and then there we go. So we can now build a little station there, 1, 2, 3, and 2, and over to there, and then back again. Now what I'll probably do is I'll try and double track this thing, which we can't because of lack of money, so I will sell a little bit of that, and we'll double track from the outside here like so, and then we will then connect it up from that edge to say there. And oh no, I've done it wrong. If you build it like that, it tends to glitch out, so it's best to build off like so, and that will cost, again, more money than we have. There we are. That's now double tracked. And then same on this side. From there, spur it off to that location there. And you can see we now have a double track over here. If we zoom into that word that I won't say because it's going to make the dot behind me start listening. We will have these going in there, and you can see they're now able to go past and such, which is good. So Mayor of Cape Gordon solicits a railway. Good for them. I really couldn't care less. Let's go from this location. We want to have a line coming off. Probably we'll have a 3-way line, but I don't want to... I'm going to have to... Actually, I'll spur it off from there first, and we'll come down to there, and then into here, which will, it says no grade steep uphill. We don't want any uphill. We want it just a standard grade to there. Gentle uphill. Why is it gentle uphill? It shouldn't be. It should be steep uphill. No, it should be no grade at all. There we go. It's just doing this weird glitch out thing, which is actually okay for our needs because we are wanting it to be like the land here. We want it to be like on this sort of trestly bit. So we'll go to there, and then we'll place a station there. I'm going to sell a little bit more of my funds, a little bit more of my stock to gain funds, should I say. And then from that location, we'll say 1, 2, 3, and then 2 over there, and then back. Obviously, we haven't yet done a double track all the way there. Not that we probably will, you understand. The next part of this is to then spur off from there, and then go and connect up like that. And that will allow us to go from Maudlin there over to Jasonville there, so that's pretty good. We've got a new speed record, 38 miles an hour near Maudlin Depot, so where would that have been? Around here? Yeah, so it's probably charged down there, which is fairly cool. Let's have a quick look at that one. And yes, it is the Maudlin Express, so that's actually a really fast train. Excellent. So from this location here, we are spurring off, as you can see. What I'll probably do is go to there, and then I'll probably then build from this side over to there, and that connects it up a little bit easier. We will then go to that location, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, sorry. I do a 3 and 2 setup just because. And we're probably best on double tracking there as well, and then connecting that up. This is probably going to be a terminus. I don't think we'll go any further yet from that. Let's have a quick look down. We could do, but we'll probably leave it for this. We'll probably leave it at this stage. I'm going to sell a little bit more of my stock. You have to speculate to accumulate, as they say. And there we are. And then we'll connect that section up to there, and that's now all in, which means we can go and join up. This doesn't have double track. Unlikely to have a double track, although no, we probably will because we need to connect up this. So how are we going to connect up that? Well, the best way of doing it is to probably spur off from there and then come all the way down, again, trying to stick on the water as much as possible, and then going up to there. That is a possibility, so that is probably what we're going to do. It would be obviously a lot easier going from there and back, but that is breaking the rules, so we can't do that. I will double track first, and I think I'll double track on that side to then connect up to... probably have to actually connect up from this side to there first. It will work. We have a 260 Mogul night train. Excellent. We are not going to upgrade our engines just yet. Let's have a quick look. Actually, we'll go over to upgrade it. So that one is... oh, it is just quicker. No, maximum speed is the same, but... yeah, it's just better. It's just a better engine. So we might upgrade. We will see. So that now goes off to there. So from this location, we will come off and then come across. And then down and around over to there. But that requires money, which I am very quickly running out of, as you can see. Let's speed up a little bit to the max speed here. We are currently just using, we just have passengers and mail. That's the only service that we currently offer. I'm trying to get the paper mill on the go, which means not only we bringing the wood from there over to there to get the paper, we can then take the paper over to this place here, because that is requiring it. This also is requiring steel, which is actually wanted here for the cars, but we can't get that unless we go all the way over to there. So that's actually not too... oh, it is actually a big problem. We'll have to probably take it through here, but then that means having to go through this, which is quite bad because it's breaking our own rules. Anyway, we will continue down with our extremely expensive bridge. We can see that if we go over to there, we are using... if we go over to there, you can see we are using pretty much all bridge. So that is actually acceptable. There's increased speed in tight turns. I am going to try and win that because we do have several tight turns here. So I will... oh, what's this? Exploring the country requires more oil, so the prices have gone up. I would like to place a bid on this, but quite frankly, I don't have nowhere near enough money to do that. It looks like they are going to get it unless I can put a cheeky... I was going to say I'll put a cheeky 10 grand on it, but sadly, Jim Fisk's come in with a bigger bid of 50 grand, so there's no way I can afford that. Anyway, back over to the track laying solution systems, and it's going to take 120 grand in order to get the track laid right up to this point here, which is all kinds of bad. I'm waiting for more people to stop there, and come on, we're on 107,000. It's going down. It's going down, and 113. No, we're just missing that one section. Oh, there we go. We can place it, and we have placed it. And then we will need another 25 grand in order to place the depot here, which we are just off. And oh, it went there. There we go. We've just managed to place it. So this will have the log load up to full, wait until full, go to there, clear that, and then go back. And we really do desperately want to get this paper mill bought out before we bring that paper to it, simply because it gives us more money while owning it. And if we start bringing stuff to it, then the computer's going to realize it's making money and then start putting bids on it and all of that sort of thing. I'm currently 40 grand in the red, so actually not good at all. I could sell a little bit of my stock. I will sell the remainder of my stock, and I will begin to buy that paper mill out. Now, this is a very risky procedure because I now have no stock whatsoever, even though mine's some of the highest stock. That's basically because I've got so many assets here. I've just got lots of money in concrete and such. Yeah, looks like they're putting a cheeky bid in there, although I'm hoping that we are going to get it. Looks like we are going to. We got it for 20 grand over the original starting auction price, which is perfect, because when this woodlog comes in, not only are we going to get the money for the train going up there, so 14 grand, we're also getting 2.8 from the paper mill as well, so that is excellent. And look at our money go right up, which I will use immediately to buy a little bit more of my stock, or at least some of my stock. From here we have oil and such, but oil we can take down to there. The problem is that we need to get up there in the first place, which is going to be difficult, so we'll have to go around here, then into there, and then up to that oil well, which is possible, and I think it's almost certainly what we're going to do. So let's go for a double track, and we're going to double track on this side. It will require 21,000, which means going all that way is going to be problematic. What I'll probably do then is I will double track from there up to there. I'll then get a train going from there to Jessam Hill. Was it Jessam Hill? Yeah. And that will allow us to take that paper. So that should be okay. Let's see, is that possible? It would take a lot of money to go to there. I would really like to double track to about there, but that would take $500,000. We also have a new engine as well, a 460 10-wheeler. Yep, 460 10-wheeler. As you can see, we've got 4 at the front, 6 in the middle, none at the back. There you go. Very nice. So, money, 2.3 mil, Jim Fisk, 2.4, JP Morgan, 1.5, and Brunel, 2.3. So we're not the last. We're not the last, but we're also not doing great, and that's because of, well, let's actually pause it, and we'll take a look at what we have and where people are, because we didn't do that at the start. We have Jim Fisk, who is currently getting a lot of ore, which is good for them, and oil. We have over here interesting. That is J.P. Morgan, who I think is running. I was going to say, looking at that, they are pretty much doing the exact same thing we're doing, the exact same challenge, floor as lava. But no, they've cheated by doing this bit there. But I mean, we'll give them some. Plus 10 generic approval points, certainly. And Brunel over here. So it looks like these two are going to be in competition with each other, which is good for us. What is that place? That is... nice. We should see what that spire is. Anyway, right. Let's unpause it. And we will see where the best place is to go. Like I said, double tracking here would be, I think, the way forward. Simply because if we're going to have a line going all the way over there, we need somewhere to build the train. Because if we have it just stationed around here, it's going to take ages to go. And we've already got enough going back and forward. You can see this is now expanded here, and it goes off the other side, which is excellent. There is some merit in probably removing one of these trains. But I don't know yet. You can see that's coming in there. Increased freight pulling power for all trains. Well, that's useful. I'll put a cheeky bid on it. If I can get it for less than 100,000, I'll be happy. The US expands by leaps and bounds. Let volume increase. Oh, that's good, because we've got a lot of money in that. 80 grand. It's a bit more than I'd like to pay, but I think it's worth paying. So 143 to there, although if I just built, say, there and outwards, how long would that... Oh, that would take far too much money. So we're going to build to there. So that's a third track. And then we'll do that. Should probably get it a little bit closer. 40 grand. There we go. And now what we'll do is put ourselves in massive amounts of debt by saying all of those go over to there, clear the track, come back, clear the cars, come back. So we're now taking all of this paper from Jacksonville through Alexa and then over to Jessamine Hill. Problem with that is A, there's a lot of traffic on this line. B, it is a single line on this section between the two cities as well as these two cities as well. Thirdly, I've got no money. And fourthly, I want to buy that newspaper out, but it's 144,000 and I don't have any money. So that's going to cause a bit of a problem. I'm going to sell the remaining stock that I have. And, oh, Jim Fisk has just flew in there with a 50 grand bid, and I'm now going to be paying, at minimum, 210,000. That's not very nice of them. It's as if we're competition. But if that's the game that we're playing, then fair enough. So, that's moving over to there. We now have two industries. We have the newspaper, and we have the paper mill, which means we control everything from the raw resources over to the media. And that will hopefully mean lots of money for us, but we'll see. That train is waiting to go past. We have 21 grand, but our stock is now the lowest of... Oh, no, it's not. It's the second lowest of everybody, but I don't own any of my stock, which is bad. Although as soon as this goes into Jessamine Hill, we will start to make a lot of money, hopefully. 25 each, plus the paper mill, which means we've got a nice bit of money there. So what I'm going to do is... I really want to upgrade that to a station, but quite frankly, I don't think I can afford it. Instead, what I'll do is from this location, I will come off to the left there, and we are going to go all the way around. So we are spending a lot of money once again, but I think it is worth it because we're needing to expand our horizons. We'll take a nice sharp curve there, and around here to there. We are trying to go over to Fisher's there, which has got a power plant. Actually, it's got... Oh, yeah, it's got a power plant, which demands both oil and coal, and there's two oils up there, so that is good for us. We'll go over to... Say... Do you want to go straight ahead? I think we just want to go straight ahead to... Actually, to there, and then we want to curve round, don't we? 104 to there. How much have I got? 50p in a Batman mask. Brilliant. Paper rationing protects prices. Oh, so paper has now been cheaped out. Well, the game's just give us a massive hard counter, hasn't it? Thank you very much. As if it wasn't already difficult enough. Still not last. We're actually second. No, second last. Third. But once we get this up and running, we'll have a massive increase in money. The problem is, I don't have any of my stock. And my stock is also quite cheap when compared to everybody else's. So yeah, not great. And actually, we are losing money. We're losing more money than we're making, really. However, we're just about to have a big paper delivery as well as other things as well. Half's maintenance cost in all trains. I will now buy that. It is, I believe, the best thing you can get in the game. That should help us out. If I'm only paying 50 grand for it, oh, okay, that's jumped up a little bit more than I would have liked. Oh, okay, if I can get it for under 200,000, I'll be okay. That's nothing. I didn't really want to pay that much, but it will help in the long run. On average, over time, it is the best, I think. So we're going to go there, hard curve into this one. We will probably have a train running between Jacksonville and Fishers once Fishers grows up to from the current size that it is at the moment. It's a bit too small. Looking over here, nobody's yet come across. Oh, there's another lumber mill. We could probably spur off from there, go into this little inlet here, this little bay, then that lumber mill. That'd actually be a really good thing to do. The problem with that, it's going to cost too much. So at this stage, I will just focus on what we've got going here. So we'll go just to there and then straight down. And then like so. And you can see the price there. I mean, the price is completely, I guess, proportional to the amount of resources that we would be spending here. So from this location, we will spur off, and we are going to go straight up to that. 108 for that, and you can see it's quite an incline, isn't it? But we are managing to stay within our within our remit, essentially. You can see that the money is climbing up to 70 grand. Once this is in play, we should get decent money. But then again, looks like price of steel soars sky high. There you go. We also have... Whoa! We've just got a massive windfall somehow. I'm not going to argue with it. Looks like JP Morgan has managed to get a nice speed record there. So we're going to say 8 oil. Wait until full. Go down to there. Clear the cars. No, not going to clear the cars because it's right next door. And then we are going to... I really want to buy it out, but I haven't got nowhere near enough money to... Oh, go on. I'm gonna have to try and get this industry. If I get this industry, it's gonna help us out massively. The problem is I've not got enough money really to put stuff into it. Although we've just had a massive delivery, I think we're gonna pay over the odds for it. Especially since now it's started delivery and the AI is now woken up to the fact that it's gonna be making cash. Although, JP Morgan came in just at the last second there. Come on. Yes, okay, we're fine. So we've got that. We have another option. We are going to double track it, and then from here, going to come over to there, and I'm waiting until it's big. Hang on, I'm going to have to increase the size of this to there, because it has to be used trestle as much as possible, and come on, there. And then a tiny little section where we can place that, and then once again, put the train in, max it out, wait until full, go there. I will clear the car this time because that is a fairly big uphill grade. Actually, you know what? I won't. I don't think I will. I think we'll just... Do you want them? Yeah, I think just fill it. Yeah, that'll be fine. So it's going to go there, fill up and go back. 49 miles an hour for them there. Excellent. Jim Fisk did have one of my stocks. And now we sold it. And now... Brunel is the one that owns it, and Jacksonville has grown up to be a fairly big town. Look at that. I quite like that. Something about that. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is, I think, spend a bit of money on once again connecting... We're going to come down here and along... And we are going to connect up the lumber mill. If I go there, it's moderate uphill. But let's go along to there. To there. Excellent. All the lumber. Wait until full. Go there. Clear the track. Job done. So, now, my task is to stay in the game. Because I now have no stock of my own, and 20% of my stock is owned by other people. So all of my money now is going to be getting piled into me buying back my company. We had to spend a lot of money in order to get the system working, but I think once these two and these two are on their way, it's going to come good. I mean, I have to think that because otherwise it's pretty much game over. So we're going to just start buying out of our stock. Not only does that give us a bit of insurance, it also increases our own price, increases the stock price, as well as make it a little bit more prohibitive for them. And they've sold one of my... Yeah, was it Brunel? Yeah, Brunel has just sold some of the stock that they had. So you can see Fishers is going quite well. This will probably grow up to be a big town. But my concern at this stage is just buying my stock. There's delivery bonus for perishables. I don't have perishables, so I will... I've got no horse in that race, so that's fine. They can cover it. I'm not bothered. Jim Fisk has been rewarded for delivering stuff. In terms of the towns, we have not got these upgraded to terminals and a station. Certainly, Jasonville, I think we can call it Jacksonville. Jasonville, we need to sort that out as well. So that's probably something we'll need to upgrade, but I'm going to wait until I've bought all of the stock that I possibly can. Like I said, this is... I think it's the right thing to do, but it's also risky because doing this means I'm not expanding. And if there's one thing that will kill this game, it's basically about just sitting and doing nothing. You need to keep building all the time. This food, was it? Maudlin Mills Limited. This is food. We can supply it over to here. There's an automobile factory as well as a food plant, so it's probably good to go to there. So I think that's what we'll do after I don't want to keep buying my own stock. I think I've bought enough. I'm going to upgrade that to a station, then to a terminal. That means we can have 4 on there if we need to. I don't think I'm going to do it elsewhere, although maybe over here would be the way forward. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more double tracking on this side this time, and then what we'll do is come out of here straight across like so, and then we're going to have to go up, 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 and there. And that will allow us to place that. And then finally, from there, max that out. And then there, and we will clear the cars and then bring them back. We do want to start to buy out that food plant, and we do have hopefully enough reserves. There we go. Brunel has put a cheeky 50 grand bid in there. Oh, and now Morgan has come in and... Okay, that's bad. Yeah, I've lost it. I didn't have enough money. I was very tempted to sell some of my stock, but not with 50% already being bought by other people. So there we go. I've now won 60% of my stock. I can't buy the rest out. It's a shame that I haven't got that, but I could understand why they've bid on that one. Right, okay, so that's now in play. That is fine. What do we need? Well, steel would be good. Oh, we also have food coming from here as well, which I could deliver on, I believe, this one then. The I need the Maudlin to... Well, that train there, for example, we will say from Maudlin Depot, we'll put 2 food cars on it, and we'll remove the food cars on the way back, like so. And then there's another one that comes in. I think it is... Oh, does that car just go straight through that one? I think it might have done. What I'm going to do, I'm going to double track this thing. I'm actually going to double track it from... Do I want to double track it all the way along? I think I do. I want to double track it like that. Connect that up. Actually, connect up from this side first. Like that. Spin it round a second, because it's... In the centre here, I'll have... Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to. I was going to say I'll have it cross over, but I don't think I can because of all these bridges. So I don't think it's going to work out. But at least we've got double track now, so they can go back and forward a little bit easier as soon as they come off there. So the food, this was one of them here, Maudlin Express. That one we're going to alter the concert on that, and actually we should really upgrade our cars as well. That is going to have food. Like so, then we'll ditch the food on the way back. There we go. So we're now taking food from here back and forward. This one is going to, I believe it has the same thing. I think I just changed it up, didn't I? I should build it now. And yeah, it's adding food cars on the back. Yeah, that is fine. You know what? I am going to change that. I'm going to add it to be 3 food cars. And I'm also going to upgrade that to be better. Where's the Maudlin Express? It is Not that one. It is not that one. It is that one. We'll change that. I think we already upgraded that, actually. Put that one to there. That's now done. The other stuff, using the old trains, quite an old trains actually, so we're going to upgrade these. Sorry, locomotives, my mistake. So, going across, I'll upgrade the lot. That's all upgraded. Okay. So, we do have the option to start buying other people's stuff out. And every time! The 462 Pacific, a very nice green beast there. However, I've just spent loads of money upgrading stuff, and I'm not going to go back around again to buy everything back out. So for this food, this livestock over there, we can take it down to there. But in order to get there, we'd have to go, well, all over the place. Ah, looks like this is now upgraded. So we will get from there, and then back. Alright, not waiting until full, we're just going to go back and forward. I will do a further track in here, like so. I'm going to spin it round because I need to connect that to there. Hang on, connect that to there, and there we are. That should be sorted. So, from here, is there anywhere else we can go? There's a town and there's a town. 25% cheaper to build rails. Well, I'll put a cheeky bid on that. I'm also going to buy that guy's stock out. I'm going to buy that guy's stock out and buy that guy's stock out. Because I just realised we had a couple of mil. This is obviously a really good thing to get as well. 25% cheaper than rails. Although I think these are classed as bridges for me, so it might not work. We'll see. Anywhere. No. I think we'll get it now. And there we are. So what I'm going to do now is, it might seem a bit silly, and maybe it is a bit silly. Well, if we're doing it, then yes, it certainly is. So from here, I'm double tracking it along just to get the effect there, and then we'll go over to there. We need to increase the size of that just to, yeah, go in there. And we're going to go into Kingston. I'm going to place a station in there, and then from this location, we're going to spur it off to, say, there, and then from here, we'll come out. Actually, no, we'll double track along to there, which means that can go to, no, other way, to there, and that can go to there. Where's that? So that industry there, why is that so good as an industry? How much does it make a year? Makes a bit. Not enough for me to spend $500,000 on it, so no thank you. You can keep that. But what I do want to do is start to buy out this newspaper, because we're going to have this double tracked, like so. Come into there. It's going to come down. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to. Ah, it won't work. Oh no, hang on. No. Probably do it this way. Yeah, we can. Okay, that was fortuitous. Oh, so I left Jim alone, and now he's decided to put some bids on that. Right, well, okay, is that how it's working? Letter volume increases as new territories annexed. Okay. So, what I've done here, you can see that this lumber mill here has actually got a decent amount of lumber being produced. JP Point Morgan. I'm going to put a bid on that because he bought... This is just spite. He bought my food plant. So this is me just being spiteful. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have from there, we'll say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, go to there, bring it back. There's your typical mail train, mail and passenger. But from here, I'm going to max it out, wait until full, go over there, clear the track, job done. And that is for... Oh, no, my mistake. Wrong. Wrong. I've got that completely wrong. Scrap the train. Don't need it. I was taking... I'm taking the wrong stuff. I was taking wood from there to there, but I've missed the intermediary, which is I need to take from here over to there. Ah, that's bad. Okay. we need to take the paper from here over there. So we'll do that. So there, paper. Go there, clear it and come back. Actually, might as well bring passengers back. It's starting to get a little bit cramped around here, as you can clearly tell. I'm just hoping that we can... I'm just hoping that... Oh, that's broke. Oh, yeah, that's a routing issue. That's going to wait until it's basically the game goes, everything's broke, and then it's going to send it through each other. That's bad. Anyway, let's go over to these, and we're going to get station terminal. That's already been upgraded. This one will be station terminal. That was our start point, so we don't need to do it there. This one will be station, then terminal. And job done. Food is still being transported from there. I think I will alter that. Upgrade that. And this one, 1, 2, 3, and bring the food back. Might as well bring food back from there. So we still have 1 million. Our stock is over 15 million, and actually that's the highest of anybody in the game. Interesting. We have Bradley over there. Actually, let's upgrade that to a station, then to a terminal. And we're going to double track on this side, and then do a very sharp turn, an extremely sharp turn, to come into this inlet here, and then go over to Bradley. I'm just trying to alter that there. Oh, that's about right. And then that'll have some mail going back and forward. Passengers and mail. Like so. What I'm going to do is look at our trains report. I'm going to go through them. I'm going to see if there's any of them that are not making money. I'm looking at over here, the lifetime. Some of these are just created, so that's fine. Okay. Half's got to build. So half cost to build bridges. I'm going to put some bids on that. Is any industries over here? Coal. Where could that go though? That coal. These are all requiring automobiles. I don't know if you can see that. Don't think we'll go over there. That looks like we got that. So it looks like most of the places we can go have been exploited. I'm going to check down the bottom here, and Stevenson, there's another place we can go. So from here then, double track. Now this is going to be one of the worst ones we've ever made. It's going to do a UE. It's going to come across down the coast here. Roughly following the coast, you understand. And perfect. And the 282. Night train again. Huh, looks alright. Right, so we want to go from... Oh, my mistake. Station there. Do that. It's a big one. Come back. So, station terminal. And what industry does that have? It turns wood into... It turns wood into goods. There's food there. What if we make... What if I buy... Power plant? Where's this power plant? Oh, that makes quite a bit of money, actually. Over 100,000 a year, that profit. I'll put a cheeky bid on that. Cheeky, nearly 750,000, I guess. What I was thinking of doing, because this food plant here, I was maybe going to say, from fishes, we'll spur off from this location. Like so. In this inlet. And then do that. Place that there. In fishes, we'll buy or build for half a million a food plant, which we own automatically, and then max that out, go there, clear it, come back, and it means that from here, look at the speed. So that there is a very quick engine, 80 miles an hour. That one, not so much, but it does. This one, you can see it does 80 miles an hour maximum, but only with, at its best, it looks to be between 4 and 5 cars of mail it very quickly decreases once you start putting more carriages on that, and also if you put other things as well, like freight and big freight and whatnot on there, it goes right down. Whereas this one, yeah, it only does 60, but it'll do that all day long. Excellent. Right. So, we've just hit a new speed rack as well. From here, from the first terminal, we are loading up the food, and then we'll clear that off like that. And pretty much any of them that come from there, that one will say like that once again, because we know we're going to be bringing food to and from here anyway, so that's fine. We could do the same thing with the ranch. We go straight up there to the ranch, but I'm not totally convinced. There's another town over there, and that would be interesting if we just double track from here like that, and then we take a sharp left, and once again we head down the coast because the floor is lava. We go along and around and straight in like that. This is one of the stupidest but fun challenges we've done on this game, I think. I can't believe we've gone all the way down there. Right, so we'll upgrade that to a station, then to a terminal. Is anywhere else we can go? There's a food supply there, and then we've got Schmitt City, which we might as well, if we're over here, I mean, we might as well double track it there as well, and then go straight across the sea. And then, oh, this is going to be a bit more difficult. No, you know what? Delete that. I know we've just spent a lot of money on that, but we're going to go this way instead, because this is closer to the edge, you see. And then we'll sort of get our sneakers on. I'll spin it around so we can see it properly. Oh, careful now. And there, and then sort of go in that way, like so. And then place that in here. And then once again, there. Back and forward, job done. Right, not waiting until full, just cracking on, do our own thing. So, we're on 20 mil. Looks like Jim Fisk has got some stock that we can purchase, so we will do just that. And there we go, we now own 30% of Jim Fisk's stock. We own 10% of JP Point Morgan's and 10% of Brunel's as well. It's going to take 9 and a bit million to buy out the rest of my stock, which is, to be fair, quite cheap for the 50% that I don't own. Jim Fisk 13 million, JP Point Morgan 15 million, and another 15 for Brunel. So there you go. So that's now over to there. It means we can also connect up this as well. So we'll do that. Connect that up. And then probably from there. And then from there. Like that. Could double track. Don't think we need to. Station terminal. Just double check this one. Station terminal. We'll have from there. Those. And once again. We are using the wrong car. Actually, no. It'll be about the right speed, I guess. Because of the amount. Because we've got 8 cars on there. So, we've managed to go from... Just to check, from over here, this little section here, to this sprawling waterway network where we've got trains going, I would easily say, the majority of their time, probably, I mean, over 90% of their time, the track is on water here. The bits that we have to go on land, we just sort of skirt over, and like things like that where you have to go on it. Not terribly efficient, not that we expected it to be terribly efficient, you understand, but at least we've got there. We are currently the highest rated for stock, and this is good. Right, where else can we go? And not just can go, where should we go? That has now got quite large, which is good. We could build another industry there. Would like to build an industry on oil, but then it means going around. This track here we don't actually need, but I'm going to keep it in just in case. You can see we do have just a horrible horrible section here that just, you can't go anywhere. What I'm going to do is, I'd like to double track it around here, but I don't think there's much point. Although, I guess we could say double track it from there, all the way to... We can't actually go any further. Double track it to there. And then we'll double track it from that location. I don't know where it's going, actually. We'll go there. See if we can connect those two up, which we can. Then that one connects to there, which it does. And then that bit connects to there. So the food train can go on this way without any great issue. The rest can switch and go on the other side as well. Jacksonville is obviously the main point of contention. Jasonville, rather. It is a bit of a nightmarish hellhole. This is actually really cool, but also bad at the same time. And over here, it's... because it's all sort of single track, there's not much going on. This is saying deliver oil. Well, the nearest oil... What's that? Ooh, 25% traction on inclines. Yes, please. Let's see if we can get that. Well, I've got 3.5 million. I think I'll be alright. I'm willing to pay at least 500,000 anyway. At this rate, I might be putting that to the test. Cape Gordon's over there. We might as well go over to there too. Come on, back there and go around? Yeah, I think so. So from here. From here. What's that? Say no to dirty coal plants. Coal's gone down. That's okay. Don't have any coal. Yeah, it's okay for me. Other people, not so much. Go to Cape Gordon here. From there. And then go there. Don't want any goods. Alright, good. Good. Goods. Right, so we have this massive track now going from Cape Gordon all the way down over to Schmitt City. We could alter this to route around here and go over to Marina. It is possible. I would like to double track this, which I will, and connect that up to there, and then connect that up to there. And then that means we now can have two, at least going into Schmitt City. In terms of the paper mill that's there, it is not being utilised because there is very few industries around to do that. The food plant over here is not getting used, but there is there's food over there. So what we could do if we wanted to is come right across and go that way. But is that worth it? Is it worth it? I don't think it is, because at the moment, the money that we're making is very good. And I know I said early on that if you just stop and don't build, then that is, pretty much that will be the end of your game. However, there are limits on things. I'm building a track that goes from here all the way across there. How much would that cost? It would cost... actually, not much at all. I thought it was going to be a lot more than that. Okay. Double tracking to there. And then, quite frankly, just building right across and then in there. Because that goes there. We say, max that out. Wait until full. Go there. Clear the car. Come back. And because we know that we're going to make food, we're going to buy that food plant out. So, 8 and a bit million. Brunel is trying to buy out. No, thank you. I think I'll have that back. 9 million. And, a P5A class. Electric. Quite frankly, the last thing I want to do is have a lot of electrified trains across this quite large body of water. No. You can see all these cars are now modern as well. Something we don't normally see. We normally play in the sort of Steam era, whereas now we're getting a lot more modern ones because we are, well, say modern, it's 1925, so, I think it's as... I think there might be another one after this, but yeah, it's certainly a lot more modern than we're used to. In terms of money, we've just went over 10 million. Now, we could wait a little bit longer and get either 14.5 or nearly 17 million to buy out other people, but I'm going to buy the remainder of my stock, which basically means now that I've got no money, but my company's worth 30 grand. The next highest is 23. And I think that would probably mean that, yes, we are very, very close to winning. Look at that. They've managed to... Brunel's built a tunnel through a volcano. And, I mean, to be fair, Brunel was famed for his bridges and whatnot. And that is a very impressive bridge. Actually, it goes all the way across here. You know what? I can't really argue with that. Oh, look at that. That's also cool. I got these cars on the back. And the new engine. Let's see if we can upgrade that. Oh, wow. So it does 70 miles an hour, but it pretty much does it all the time. Right, what we're going to do is upgrade every single one of our locomotives. Sadly, we cannot upgrade them all in one go because this game is from 2004. I think it's 2004 anyway. I know people always, every time we do one of these, oh, why don't you play XYZ? And, you know, why XYZ is insert modern train game here. The answer to that is normally A, have played them, B, the videos on the channel, and C, this is like comfort food, essentially. I know where I am with it. We do stupid challenges. And now it's now. And there we go. I'll upgrade the last one. That's probably a lot of money spent, but even then we've still got up to 2.7 million. So, yeah. We have got these two ranches I would like to utilise, and we can go from here. But how are we going to get over there? From this location over there would be not possible because of the way that Brunel has come down. So we'd have to go around. That is a possibility. We will double track. We'll come out of here. And what we're going to do is start to raise up and go over here. There's passenger delivery bonus, 25% bonus for that. So we are obviously going to put lots of bids on that one. We're also going to start to buy out the stockyard. Yeah, we have a lot of passengers. I will check in a moment just how much we have. It wouldn't surprise me if it was one of the highest. Industries report, no goods. Passengers, 71% of all passengers are from our company. Mail is 82%. So yeah, it's certainly worth us doing that. So this is going to be a bit of a problem. Grain prices on the rise. Good. That is what we want. So this here, Marina Ranch. All that. Take down there, clear the car. But how do we get over to that one? Well, that's a little bit more problematic. How do we get that one? I reckon we spur off from here, come along, around, bridge it over to there. I don't know what bridge has got to do with it, but I mean, we'll try it. So from here, we go straight across, come around, go over to here, but we start going up because we want to go up and around over the mountain like so, and then down to there. And floor is lava. Passengers. Oh, that's F series. Nice. 80 miles an hour as well. So yes, we didn't go over the water, but we didn't also... That wasn't the challenge. It just happens to be that we've used a lot of water. Or gone over the water. It's just don't go directly on this ground. And we managed to use a lot of the bridges there. So it's... Oh. Helps if I place that there, doesn't it? There we are. So from that location, if I can find it, there it is. So only got 4 being used at the moment, but we'll say there. Max out, go there. And it looks like, then, we have managed to exploit both of these in an interesting way. And you can see, oh, actually, I like the way the cows sort of go onto the back, sort of all line up, and then into the back there. Devonport Automobile Factory. Davenport. And it actually makes very little, but I'm still going to buy it out because this is now part of the game where we are not really making a lot more track. We're not really building a lot more track, but what we are doing is going around and buying out everybody's industry. So as they make money, we also make money. We have in the past done the buy all industry challenge, and that was quite a difficult one because it obviously costs a lot and such. But yeah, it's I think it was their way forward. So as we can see, we have managed, I believe, to fulfill that objective and that challenge. We've got the majority of our track not directly on the land. Most of that, the majority of that, is on water, which is one of the reasons why I picked this map, because there was so much water and I thought it would be pretty good to see. But the ones that we have gone across the land with, you can see, bridged it. So they're not directly touching that, which was the original sort of intention. Either way, that has been an interesting challenge, and we will probably leave it there simply because I now have 14 million, which means that, yes, buying people out is not going to be a problem. I can buy out... Oh, there is a 484 Golden State. Oh, that's a nice looking locomotive. We have now 15.5. Nearly... Yeah, 16 million. It's going up faster than we can commentate on it. The next person we could buy out is Jim Fisk. He's actually the second. He's number 2 in the game. He's got 20. He's worth 28.5 million. Bear in mind we're 51, and because I own 30% of his stock, I can buy him out. So I mean buy, and we will liquidate because he does not have the challenge set. He does not have his track on the water. Ah, new speed record. 59 miles an hour in the marine terminal. Excellent. You know what? I was going to end it there, but looking at how long it's going to take, I think it would be rude not to finish buying these guys out, because whatever Jim Fisk had, J. Point Morgan and Isambard Brunel, we've got their stock as well, and we're back up to 5 million. I wonder what's been liquidated then. Everything on the left hand side? Yeah, there you can see where the track was. Just like when you get disused like railway things, or when Beecham made all the cuts and stuff, you can see there's these like big chunks that's missing. You can still see where the line was. Now just history. Sad, really. So we could continue to expand over to there. No one's actually over there. Like, none of this is now being used. I didn't expect that. I really didn't. What we could do is buy... It would be better for me not to buy a steel mill rather than a plant, but you know what? Because a steel mill, the power plant, if you buy a power plant, or you use a power plant, the problem with that is you don't get any resources off it. You get to use it, you get to bring stuff over there, but you don't get to have anything else off it, which is a shame. To go over there then. How are we going to get over there? What we'll do, Cape Gordon, double track, see, under that bridge, under there, straight in. We'll build on there. While we're on, we will double track to there, come out, and then go right up to that, which means we can do that. Upgrade that to a terminal. What's a half cost to build tunnels? Well, that's pretty much the opposite of what we're doing because we don't have any tunnels. That would be cheating. But we're still going to take it off Brunel. We don't have to. It's not about have to, it's about want. It's not about need, it's about want. From there. Like I say, it's taken off them. From there, we could go over there, and those two, that would make sense. So down to there. Following the coast once more. Got that side. And raise it up a bit, and then into there. Oh, vicious cold snap strikes region. The coal price is up. Excellent, because we've just started doing that. And we will have there. Wait until full. Go there. Come back, but not full. Doesn't matter to me. There, because we've got so much going back and forward. So there's that done. That means then that 1, 2, 3 extra connections. That's been connected, and that one's been connected. There's still this oil and stuff that looks like hasn't been. I mean, there is a oil well there, but it doesn't look like it's been exploited. There is a GP series. Wow, that's actually preferred. It's 120 miles an hour. Preferred passenger is preferred cargo is passenger. Yeah, it's just better. I would go around and do the rest of that, but quite frankly, it would take far too much time. I'm going to liquidate all of JP Point Morgan's assets, which means that there's a lot of bridges just disappeared. Although it's still Brunella who's got the biggest bridge, and that sort of makes sense. That one doesn't make sense. Where's that one go? Oh, is that one there? It is that one there. It just... Oh, it has made a tunnel, but because of the angle and such, it's just a little bit glitchy. That one there, Marine, still is wanting the 6 oil, but we're never going to be transporting that. Over on the left, you can see there's a lot of stuff now that's just sort of not used. Although Brunel has played a good game. I mean, we're on 72 grand here, and they're on 26. So, you know, there's no worry that we're going to lose the game or anything like that, unless they've been saving up all of this, saving up loads of money, and then they're just going to come in at the last second, but I very much doubt it. I'm just going along the edge here just to see if there's any other industries that we could get, and I don't think there is. What's interesting on this map, and I don't think I've seen it on any of the other proper maps, is that there's loads of small towns with industries. So, you know, you could, a lot of the time you have big towns and cities in the game, and you're taking stuff to and from, and then you get like small little towns or hamlets or villages, whatever, and that's all they are. They might have an industry in there, but this one has things that it's just a collection of buildings and then an industry of some kind. I mean, there's one there. There was one. Where was it? It was down here somewhere. There's one there. Just Derwin. Look, it's just got a refinery. That's all it's got. Obviously, a lot of them over here started off at the same sort of thing, but we just went around and, you know, started transporting loads of stuff there. And as you know, as soon as you transport stuff, you gain the town actually grows a lot bigger. There you go. It's a lot of track. Once again, it's an explosion in a girder factory. It's Spaghetti Junction. It's all over the place. But yeah, either way, that is going to be us for today on the old railroad. Once again, enjoy playing that, and this personally has been, I think, one of the more interesting and indeed fun challenges that we've done on here. Whether we were going to win or lose didn't really matter, but it's very, very interesting to play. It's been having to have these the limitations of building on here and the money that it cost was very prohibitive, but as I said, I think it's one of the more interesting and fun challenges that we've done. If you have any ideas and suggestions for challenges, then by all means pop them in the comments and we'll take a look at perhaps doing those at a later date. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video on this little mess around on railroads. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings. How many skyscrapers do you need? Apparently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. but apparently you only need 2 architects.